Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is Thursday. It is the 2nd day of June. It's my sister Julie's birthday, by the way.
Aww.
Happy birthday, Julie. National Bubba Day today. National Rocky Road Day. National Rotisserie Chicken Day. Oh, those things are so good. And National Leave the Office Early Day. Sounds like a good plan to me. Let's do that. See you, everybody. Have a great... Okay, we won't leave quite that early. Also, in addition to all of those things, we have a Dear John letter because it is a Thursday. And our Dear John letter this week, it's been posted on our Facebook page since Tuesday, and there's some folks chiming in. But I can't wait to see what Heidi's reaction is to this because it's a person who... They're going to do a family vacation, like with their siblings and stuff.
Okay.
And then there's one sibling that's being difficult. So Heidi can relate. I can't wait to see what... I remember a conversation about your stepsister. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Things got interesting. So we'll be chatting with Need a Vacation. Well, we won't be chatting with them, but we'll be reading their letter and giving you the opportunity to chime in coming up later in the program. Thanks for listening on a Thursday.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Got travel plans? New research says Sunday is the worst day of the week if you're going to be flying somewhere. A study by Happy or Not analyzed data from airports in over 30 different countries, and Sunday came out rock bottom. What day is the best day to fly, you might ask? Go ahead and ask.
What day is the best day to fly?
Oh, that was just so perfect question because the answer is Wednesday. Although it should be pointed out that positive feedback was only 3.6% higher for Wednesday than it was for Sunday. So they're all really close. If you'd really like to get technical, the worst time of day to fly is midnight.
Okay.
The best time to fly, according to this, 8 a.m.
Okay.
So again, the difference between those was not a huge difference either. So I think people either like to fly or they don't like to fly, and whatever day it is, whatever time it is, it changes things a little bit, but not a ton. That is surveys and studies and such. Brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? It seems that jumping worms have invaded California. According to local reports, a worm, officially known as Asian jumping worms, can clone themselves, and they can jump about a foot in the air. Scientists are concerned at the invasive species. They've also been called crazy snake worms and Alabama jumpers. I don't know why. Jersey wrigglers. Doesn't this sound more like bait, like you'd buy at a bait shop,
worms
like
are
tackle?
Bait.
Yeah. They think that it could hurt biodiversity in nurseries, parks, and gardens. California Department of Food and Agriculture report says Asian jumping worms are, quote, extremely active, aggressive, and have a voracious appetite. They thrash immediately when handled, more like a threatened snake than a worm, end quote. Scientists say they're uncertain what a possible infestation might actually look like.
This might actually make very good new bait.
Oh, there you go.
If it's moving around and stuff, that's going to
wiggling
really
all over.
attract the fish.
Catch the active fish, apparently.
That's right.
All right. As you can tell by reading this, I don't know everything. But we now know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Top Gun Maverick has become everything Paramount and Skydance and theater operators and everybody ever was hoping it would be. Earning the studios a record $51.8 million on opening day.
Yeah, I've heard
and
really
then
good
it reeled in
things.
$142.5 million in the 4-day opening for Memorial Weekend. Top Gun Maverick as estimated about $150 million, what they've made thus far. And they think it could push past $153 million by the end of the opening period here, which would be really good for them.
Everybody who's seen it so far has had really good things to say. So
fans of Indiana Jones are going to be excited to learn Harrison Ford will make an in-person appearance at a Star Wars celebration Thursday to announce the release of Indiana Jones 5. The still untitled movie will be Ford's last run as the adventurer. He told live audiences in Anaheim that he's almost done and will feature again the score of John Williams, by the way, who is also doing the score for Star Wars. So he did both Star Wars and Indiana Jones. So cool stuff. We're going to have to wait till June of 2023 before we get to see this film. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Eat your heart out, Maverick. Get set for the world's fastest passenger jet. The race to resume supersonic passenger jets. This, by the way, almost 20 years that we've not done this. They used to have a thing called the Concorde. Remember the Concorde?
Oh, yeah.
20 years ago almost is when they quit doing that.
Why did they quit?
Because there were some accidents. Like the plane was breaking up and it was going super, super, super fast. And they finally just go, you know what? I don't think we're quite ready for that for passenger jets. Okay. Well, a Canadian company has 8,000... Oh, Global 8,000. There we go. And say that seems kind of like a big plane. So it's called Global 8,000. Capacity of 19 passengers and a range of 8,000 miles. Top speed, Mach 0.94. That's about the speed of sound, by the way. Oh. The plane is expected to enter service in 2025, and if you think that's fast, there's a thing called Colorado's Boom Supersonic. They've been testing a prototype. Seats 88 people, so this other one was only 19. It can travel Mach 2.2. That's twice the speed of sound. You going to test this out? Probably not. No, I'll be, me either. You know, I'm not in that big of a hurry to get anywhere. So we'll get there when we get there. And it seems that lately we're all trying to cut back on expenses and like things on gas and groceries and all of that. But what are we willing to cheap out on and what are we not? So CEO of Petco says the fact that pet owners are unwilling to buy cheap food has actually boosted their sales. Did you know that? I did not. It says just like you don't cut back on milk or eggs, parents don't cut back on food for their pets either. They're seeing people upgrading foods rather than downgrading foods for their pets, according to this. Yeah, they're saying, hey, you know, because I think part of it is, well, maybe I'm not going to get you all the other fancy stuff that I would usually get you, but I'm going to at least take care of you here. Maybe that's what's going on. That could be. But they say there's 2 million animals adopted in 2020 alone. So a lot of new pet families out there as well. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, I'm excited to hear Heidi's take on this because we had something, it wasn't quite this, but we had something kind of like this happen not too long ago. So here we go. Dear John, our family has not taken a trip together for a long time. We decided we were going to meet up this summer and have a fun, old-fashioned family vacation. I'm already over this, and we haven't even begun. We've all decided on a location. Then my sister pitched a fit until she got her way. We changed locations. Then we found a hotel that had rooms available. It had a nice pool area, and it was affordable. Once again, my sister balked at the hotel, and we all had to bend. We're going to a different, much more expensive hotel. But she had points to use at that one. That's good for her, but it's an extra $100 for each of us. Now we're talking about what we're going to be doing during this family vacation, and based on this little group chat, I am ready to just do my own thing. Would it be wrong of me to tell my sister to go pound sand? I can tell I'm not. I can tell I'm not the only one getting frustrated with her, but everyone's letting this happen all the time. I want to put my foot down, but I'm afraid I'm going to look like a bad sister. And she doesn't want to be the bad sister. Any ideas on how I can take back my vacation without looking bad? Signed, Need This Vacation. First of all, thank you for the letter. We always keep these anonymous, by the way, so the person that sent this, you don't have to worry about your sister knowing it was you, because there's probably a lot of people who have a brother or sister or sibling like that, and if you don't, maybe it's you. No, Heidi has, we'll call her a wicked stepsister. That,
yes.
It was...
She's a nightmare.
And I'm saying that somewhat lovingly, but also it kind of fits a little bit.
It's true.
There was a time we were trying to plan a vacation. It was Christmas.
It was just trying to plan
get
a
together.
family Christmas. That's it.
And she made it so difficult. Then Heidi didn't realize she was replying back on the group chat.
I thought I was replying to
and
somebody else.
Heidi was very to the point. And maybe
but it went
have,
into the whole group. But you know what? It got her to turn around. So maybe
Heidi,
the answer is to be very direct.
Yeah, Heidi literally said, "Why don't you just tell us the one day that will actually work for you?"
It was a little more extreme than that.
That's the radio version
that was
right
the
there.
Gist.
So anyway, then she just picked a date and we moved on. So,
yeah, it was a lot easier.
So one of the things that you might do, like you say in the letter, you're probably not the only one that's struggling with this. It sounds like you already picked the hotel, so it's a little too late to change that now. But what you could have said during that chat is, hey, this is an extra $100 for each of us. I understand you have points there, but if there's however many of us, we're each paying an extra $100. We could probably pay for your room and still come out ahead. Right. You know, depending on how, again, I don't know how many other people are going to be there. And who knows, maybe everybody else had points at that particular place too, and that's why they all wanted to do that. But you're just seeing hers, so you don't know for sure. Maybe there were other things involved, and she was just the one that was the mouthpiece for that. You don't know. Then as far as going to different locations, I understand that is the tough thing. Every time. I remember we were planning a vacation one time for my wife, myself, my daughter, my son. There's 4 of us, and each one of us wanted to go to a different place. And we were going to make like a 2-week mega trip out of this and try to drive all over the place. And thank goodness we came to our senses before doing that.
That would have been awful.
It would have been awful. But instead, we did something that not a single one of us had put on the list. We did something completely different.
And we had a blast.
It was a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. So, and again, it sounds like you already picked a location. Sounds like you already picked a hotel. So now it comes down to the whole what we're going to do during the vacation. One of the things that I would encourage you to do, we've done this with friends of ours when we travel with friends. We go to some events where there's a bunch of stuff going on. And we just let people know, you know what? I'm not saying you can't go to that stuff. You go do that. You guys have fun. But I'm going to just relax a little bit. So when I get home from vacation, I don't feel like I need a vacation. Right. So if you don't want to do the things that they're all saying they want to do, you don't have to do it. Yeah, and just say, hey, you know what? We're going to see each other every day. We don't need to be together every second of every day. So I don't think you need to like not go on the vacation. I think you can go and just say, I'm not going to participate in everything, and I'm going to do this instead. We've got this cool pool area. Oh, I guess that was the other hotel. So hopefully this one has it too. But we got this area that I'm going to enjoy some of that. So I want some downtime.
Yep. It's your vacation, and we only get so many of those. So use it the way you want it to be.
I'll join you for some of the stuff, but just so you guys know ahead of time, I'm not going to do all that stuff.
Right.
It looks like fun. I want you to do it. I don't want to stop you from doing it, but I'm not going to do all of those things. I think that's a really good way to do it without looking like, in your words, the bad sister. So, and I bet other folks are kind of frustrated with the other sister as well. If you've got a comment or advice, you can chime in at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Gloves have been around for 2,500 years, but mittens have only been around for 1,000 years. Wouldn't mittens be easier than gloves?
Really?
It took somebody a while to go.
I never thought that.
if we got rid of these finger holes. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your taste buds are 30% less effective during a flight due to the combination of dryness and low air pressure.
Oh.
So if you don't like the taste of airplane food, maybe it's just you. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ichiro Suzuki's baseball's all-time hits leader learned Spanish just for the purpose of trash-talking his opponents.
That's funny.
That really is. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Kenya has a hockey team. Ice hockey.
Okay.
You wouldn't necessarily think of that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A scientist cracked his knuckles on one hand for over 50 years to prove that it did not cause arthritis. Just one hand. Left the other one alone.
Okay.
And according to his research, it's all fine. And our final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team his sophomore year.
I knew that.
Yeah, that is kind of a fun fact. Several of them. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! Comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Heidi is not playing along.
I don't do that.
I just look at her and she's like, no.
I'm not doing that.
Question. Anyone can use them, but 2/3 of those who do are female. What are they? 2/3 of people who use these are female.
Oh, geez.
You do. You use these. Our son will not.
I have no idea.
Contact lenses.
Oh.
We have tried and tried and tried. He just doesn't want. He's like, no, I'll just wear my glasses. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So 2/3 of people who use contact lenses
I could see that.
are female. Now you know. It's the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. A sheep has received a 3-year sentence after being found guilty of killing a woman. A sheep, yeah. The ram taken into police custody in South Sudan earlier this month after it attacked, well, it was actually last month, attacked a 45-year-old who later died of her injuries. According to police, the ram was apprehended and is currently in custody at the police station. A spokesperson said the owner is innocent and the ram is the one who perpetrated the crime, so the ram deserves to be arrested. And they did. The ram will spend the next 3 years serving its sentence at a military camp in Sudan's Lake State.
Ridiculous.
What in the world? Does that just seem odd?
It does.
I'm sad to hear that this lady died.
No,
That's
it's
really,
awful,
really sad.
but I mean, it wasn't like it was a malicious thing.
Well, who knows? I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a gang. Maybe it was a gangster ram. I don't know. Very bizarre. That's why it's today's weird news, brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Somebody put out the most quintessential 80s movie soundtracks. So number 1 on the list is Top Gun. So I wonder if that would have been number 1 if it weren't for the new movie.
Exactly.
Number 2, Purple Rain. Number 3, Do the Right Thing. Number 4, John Hughes movies, period. So
yes,
all of them.
Agreed.
Number 5, Flashdance. Number 6, Repo Man, which I didn't think of, but it's got a bunch of punk bands. So they're saying that was quintessential. Number 7, Footloose. Number 8, Less Than Zero. Number 9, Dirty Dancing. And number 10, Fame. And that is the list. And I went through that really quickly because I don't have time to read all of these. But when you look through the songs that are on these movies, I can see why they made the list. Are there any that you think should have been on the list that didn't make it? Quintessential soundtracks from the 80s?
I think the soundtrack for the movie Boomerang should have been
on there. Was that 90s, though?
I wanted to say that was 80s.
Could have been.
It might have been 90s.
I've got the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Groucho Marx is the one who said this. I always thought he was a funny dude. He said, "When you're in jail, a good friend will be trying to bail you out. A best friend will be in the cell next to you saying, 'Dang, that was fun.'"
That's a true story.
You know, I've never been in jail, so I don't think I want to know firsthand, but I could probably say I agree. All right, it's your quote of the day. Comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Here's the story. Groundbreaking research by a team of doctors in the United States could be the breakthrough needed to cure cancer. How great is that?
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see him actually come through with it.
Scientists have injected the first ever human patient with a new cancer-killing virus called Vaccinia. Vaxinia, for those of you who want to look that up. I've got it in the show notes as well. In animal trials, this virus has been found to shrink colon cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and pancreatic cancer. All of the tumors were shrunk by this. The drug, developed by a combined team of cancer research institutes, Imugene Limited and City of Hope. One team member is an oncologist there who said, I'm going to try to read this, but oncolytic viruses can stimulate the immune system to respond to and kill cancer, as well as stimulate the immune system to be more responsive to other immunotherapies, end quote. Nailed it. Clinical trials should be complete in early 2025. How exciting would that be? Think about the number of times we read about silly studies that people are doing. Are like, oh, no, we're trying to grow thicker hair in lab rats or whatever. And you're like, what are you working on? Mm-hmm. Why aren't you working on curing cancer? Well, these guys have been. And they think that they finally found what they were looking for. So again, Vaccinia, Vaxinia. I've got the story in the show notes if you'd rather go there.
But sadly, I think there's too much money being made off of cancer.
You don't think that they're really... I don't know. Boy, I can see your perspective on that, but boy, oh boy, I hope that they find this. I hope that they do this. I hope they cure this. Think of the number of people just in our inner circle, people that are dear friends of ours, who've been impacted over just the last few years. And everybody thinking of the person right now that they know, everybody knows somebody that's impacted by this. So it would be amazing. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.